nap?
Hello, hello. How are we? I need to turn the game down just a hair. Yes, napping is kind of critical. Napping is very important.
Do you need a nap?
King, were you waiting the entire time just to hit that? I swear to God. Oh, you cracked me up. So, let me take a sip from my voidling. I did finally manage to sleep, y'all. It was a rough fight, but we made it eventually.
You should rest if you're tired.
In fact,
I'll call you in a bit.
Hello, hello, by the way, over into YouTube. I'm gonna probably butcher your name, honey, and I'm so sorry, but Kalilia O'Connell, hello and welcome to the stream. Zayne has a lot to say, y'all. You can tell this is the first time I've logged in today because like everything's lit up like, you need to do your dailies and everything. I'm like, I will get to you. You can wait. You can absolutely wait. There we go. Let's get us over here. Hey, Kara. So a couple of things for just a quick admin moment for my Twitch folks. You may have noticed I have added a few interactive things over here. In the panel section, you will notice a little cafe thing where you can, at the moment, order menu items from the Elysium menu for free, the Cozy Cafe. Oh, good God. Which King just did. Thank you, King. You just totally caught me off guard. So let me hold on. Boop. We have a cat cafe, y'all. We did a thing. I was like, that is too cute. Nikki found it. So as you can see, I legitimately, I have this set on I realize I have this set for the game and I did not. Wow. I don't know what just happened in OBS. OBS just did something and now I can't see. There we go. It's like, why can I not see what's happening? Help. But yeah, so there is a cat cafe. Nikki discovered it. I thought it was super cute. And I was like, oh yeah, this is a thing that is happening now. So I have added that as a fun little interactive tool. I'm working on ways to figure out things that we can add both in Twitch and for my YouTube folks so that you guys can play along and do things. So, and when you order from the Cat Cafe, which, important note, Cat Cafe does cost bits, but if you just want to do some fun stuff, there's the free one in the panel section in Twitch. So, yes, boop, that's this. She cute. She's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna move her over here so we're not taken over completely. There we go. Boop. I realized I had this set up for my gaming scene and not this one. Okay, cool. It isn't a Mama Void stream without a little bit of technical difficulty. Oh, yay! I hope I can... Clearly, I hope I can soothe you to sleep with my dulcet tones. Mephisto has entered the chat. Hello, Mephisto. Thank you for joining us. It's my favorite feathered companion. Come to guide us through. Oh, I'm so jealous, King. I love lightning so much. I love thunderstorms. They just they light me up from the inside. But yes, okay. Voidside chat, here we go. So, for those of you who are just joining us, for just joining us today, so we are on chapter 3 of Death and Rebirth. If you did not see if you haven't seen any of the streams before, don't worry. All of the VODs for my previous Voidside Chats are on YouTube at the Love and Deepspace YouTube channel, so you can catch up, watch all the main story thus far. But today, this week, we are at chapter 3, Cosmic Speck. So this is the very start of Zayne's arc in Death and Rebirth. We just made it through Sylus's last week and had our lovely transition. So we ended on the angst of Zayne in a car crash and definitely not being himself, and a poor kid and mother who are having a bad day. I personally have a theory that, by the way, at the end of the chapter 2 with the mother and child, that wanderer that was mid-transformation was probably the dad. And that the dad and the son were both suffering from protocore syndrome and were in the midst of the transition. I hope I'm wrong, but I was looking back at it going, oh God, I think that's what's happening here, and why this woman and child are in the middle of freaking nowhere, running from a wanderer. I don't think they were just hiding in the woods, but also, by the way, Mephisto, thank you so much for the follow. I don't remember if I said that, but thank you so much. So, I'm not trying to just add angst for angst, but my brain was percolating, as my brain is known to do, and so that popped in my head, and I thought I would just share it, because if I'm going to be traumatized, then we should all be traumatized together. That's how this works. Laquan, welcome to the chat. So, we're not easing into this at all, everybody. The first section, the first chapter of Cosmic Speck is entitled Dawnbreaker. So we're going right in, everybody. So for all the quick check for chat, Jasmines, I need you to make some noise. How many Jasmines do I have right now in Twitch and in YouTube? Throw up a hand. Let me see you. Yes, Nora, I do, actually. I am an English major. I went to college for that. I became an Avenue Q song, y'all. What do you do with a BA in English? So yes, I study film, and I study media and narrative. I'm a big story person, which is why the vast majority of the games that I play have heavy narrative. Let's see, okay, we've got... Oh, yes, okay, Jasmines, we are all here. We are all here, okay. I needed to know how much emotional support I'll be doing in the chat. So Jasmines, hold on to each other. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. We're ending in a graveyard next week. But it's gonna be fine, everybody. Mama's here with you. We're gonna get through this together. But this is gonna be a little rough. But the lore, y'all, the lore. is incredible. King, don't be a dick. Or else somebody will put cilantro in the chat. Okay, so rules of the road as I begin. I will voice unvoiced sections. I do try not to speak during cutscenes because I don't know if any of you, this is your first time seeing the main story, so I want to make sure you get to enjoy the cutscenes the way we all did. I may pause in certain sections to highlight something narratively that I think is really interesting. Or just be like, hey, I don't want to talk about this yet, but I want you to pin it in your brain because we're going to circle back to talk about that, lore-wise. So I do my best. Sometimes I get a little excited, but we're gonna try and. Oh my God, Charter! Thank you so much for the gifted subs. So we're gonna do our best, y'all. The simping is what it is, but I want to make sure everybody gets to enjoy, if this is your first time, the story as much as possible. Seriously, Charter, thank you so much. You're incredible. All right, here we go. Get your tissues, get something to drink. We're gonna definitely need to be hydrated for this angst. We're all gonna cry. Let's do this, y'all. Chapter 1, Dawnbreaker. In the early morning, street lamps cast a bright, lonely glow across the snow-covered streets. It makes the city appear deserted. Barely able to keep his eyes open, a boy dozed off in the priority seat. He swayed back and forth during the trip until he finally bumped his head. It was before the bus stopped, too.
Ow!
Now arriving at Azure Square Station. Please remember to take all personal belongings with you.
As soon as he gets off the bus, cold wind mixed with snow hits his face. It washes away his drowsiness. He rubs his eyes upon realizing where he is. His gaze instantly lights up.
Judgy, wake up! We're here!
The journey between the Arctic and Lincoln City spans thousands of kilometers. After several transit changes, he finally returned to his starting point. After hurrying to a secluded bench and making sure no one's around, the boy carefully sets down his backpack and gives it an admonishing pat.
We're back. And you're not allowed to run off this time. Until we find the emissary, we need to stick to our usual plan. Pretend to be a regular dog whenever there are people around. You know, the fluffy kind that humans love to pet. Got it? We'll practice paw shaking later.
I'm going to turn the game up just a little bit because I feel it's a little quiet. There we go. The boy waits for a long while, but there's no response from the backpack.
Should he?
With a growing sense of dread, he unzips the backpack only to find a hole and a few tangled tufts of white fur. The wind whistles through the gap.
Huh?
Studying the documents Zayne gave me, I searched through every library and archive in Lincoln City. I try my best to uncover the information about cosmic civilizations hidden in the biometric key, but every search has come up empty. Several days of running around have taught me one thing, though. Unlocking the key's secrets won't be something I can accomplish overnight. But right now, something else has caught my attention.
These are special pathological cases where the subjects retain a human's physical features. but their consciousness has been eroded. Only primitive aggression and instincts remain. For now, we're designating them as Alterum. These Alterum share one common characteristic too. They were diagnosed with protocore syndrome.
Protocore syndrome. 2 days ago, I received an unexpected message from Zayne at midnight. It was long after we parted ways. I have to go on a business trip. It's not dangerous, but we might not be able to contact each other for a while. Don't worry. P.S. I'm not going to Mount Eternal. These sudden announcements had become the norm. I scrolled through my emojis and sent back a happy snowman with ellipses above his head. The words protocore syndrome act like a signal. They connect my earlier suspicions to create a clear pattern. This is under Zayne's field of expertise. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Charter, for resubscribing. Could his sudden departure be connected to these Alterum? The description of the Alterum reminds me of those so-called specimens I encountered in Skyhaven. With the Alterum appearing in Lincoln City, does this mean the Fountain of Atay has entered another phase?
But according to these forum posts, a mysterious figure has appeared these past few days. They strike before the police do, and their codename is apparently Dawnbreaker. They always manage to deal with the Alterum before the police can arrive.
Wait, what? Another urban legend?
Focus.
Jenna interrupts the off-topic discussion. The virtual display switches to show some photos from a crime scene.
As for these recent Alterum attacks, the police need a hunter to investigate and detect metaflux readings. Does anyone want to volunteer?
Thinking these clues might help Zayne, I raise my hand without hesitation. I'll go, Captain. Zayne's on a business trip. No, honey. Zayne's having a identity crisis right now. Your emotions are important to him. He'll be back with you as soon as he regains consciousness. So, right off the gate, we've got a big piece of lore. This is the first time that we see... Okay! A little milk. This is the first time we get the name Alterum. This is the first time this is dropped in lore. This is the first time it's dropped in stories. So we have the Alterum, we have the Fountain of Atay, and we've got the protocore syndrome connection. And so one of the big questions we have narratively, whether that gets solved in Death and Rebirth, or we continue to ask this question, why, other than plot armor and main character, why do we not see any kind of corrosion from MC, but we see this level of corrosion and unfortunate deterioration with others with protocore syndrome? That's always going to be the big question. What makes MC different? Granted, we have myths that are outside the story, but at the moment we don't have that. We have the reveal from chapter 2 of how MC came to be with Ever and the Gaia Research Institute, that she was born from cosmic energy in a sort of a collider. The way they describe it in chapter 2 of their experiments really does sound like CERN and the collider experiments. The question we left off with at the end of chapter 2 was that did the energy possess the body, or was like there a giant bright white light, everybody closes their eyes to cover it, and then suddenly there's a baby? So that's one question that I have, is would we say that these experiments manifested MC? Is it that it manifested the power and the power chose MC and she is an avatar or a vessel? Or did it literally manifest her as a baby, like suddenly baby, which would be really weird, but also very interesting. And we see this question of vessel versus full incarnation with Rafayel and Zayne. Is it that Rafayel and Zayne are the literal gods they are portrayed to be, or are they vessels for divine power? Where is the line, for example, with Rafayel, where is the line between sea god and Rafayel? Is it that Rafayel is the born manifestation of the god, and he literally is, they are one and the same? Or is it that Rafayel is the vessel for the sea god's power, and you have some conflict between that which is Rafayel and that which is the sea god? Similar to Zayne. We have, with Zayne's mythology, been presented with the Foreseer, the Master of Fate, and the God of Annihilation. Now, the God of Annihilation is intriguing, and we have the emissary connection with that. Is it that this is a divine energy that overtakes Zayne, or is it Zayne himself? I've never been quite sure about the line between the two, personally. And I'm curious about what your thoughts are at this moment. Is it that, for example, if we go with the theory that Dawnbreaker is the part of Zayne that is the emissary, that energy, that the God of Annihilation, the end of the world, where at the end of the cycle it's time to show up. We are the Reapers from Mass Effect. To get my geek on. If that, do you think Dawnbreaker is that, in terms of it is Zayne, it is a part of Zayne, it got separated, but it is Zayne? Or do we view Zayne as a vessel that has been chosen by divine power like Astra and other things to bear that brunt? I'm curious what you all think about that in terms of actual avatar or vessel. What do you feel, chat, before I go to the next chapter? That's how you view it. So for you, Kara, when they're doing their experiments, you think it was like a portal that opened up and she was there and they pulled her out? It is ambiguous enough, and it is fascinating to think about. Where I'm like, is it that there was a portal? Is there a baby? What happened here? But I'm curious for my... You feel like he's just the vessel? He's just the house for the forces and the power? How about you folks over in Twitch? What do we think? Okay, you have a wild theory. I love a wild theory. That is what Voidside Chats are for. Tell me your wild theory. And while you do that, Laquan has put her view. For me, it's vessel. I think it was a role that he had to accept in order to be where he is now. Okay, I like that. So Laquan, you view it as a vessel as opposed to an actual incarnation. Charter, you think Avatar? I think she manifests when the world dies. Zayne's parents are sus to me. Neko, you view it as a vessel. I was reading a manhwa today, and they made the distinction between the person and the entity, so to speak, which I feel like goes with the lads very well. Back to lurking. I appreciate your quick slide in, your drive-by to the chat, Neko. Starting to feel like MC could be Sailor Saturn at this point. It really does. Like the Sailor Moon symbolism is really just not going to die with last. It really isn't. Okay, so we've got a bit of a mix, heavier on the idea of a vessel as opposed to an actual incarnation. Arantel says in God of Annihilation, it mentioned a punishment of walking among humans for breaking the rules, and there's Astra's constantly punishing him for loving MC, so I think Zayne is an actual god and was punished by making him human. I love when we cite sources. It just makes my little heart, my little heart light up, my little academic heart. No, I love that, and that is actually a fair point with Zayne himself in his lore. Love it, love it. Oh, Lord King. Oh, save me. All right. Yeah, my mood right now. Oh, Nikki. And Laquan adds, because he is the emissary, but he hasn't taken on the duties of being an emissary because he hasn't accepted them, so I'm thinking it has to be the same thing with accepting the role of being a god. Fair. I like that. Kara, you view Astra as a very jealous lover? Oh my god! Kay, I hope you survived the ditchling. But I love the idea of Astra as a jealous lover. That's flawless, no notes. Absolutely no notes. No, I'm just saying they are two doctors working at Gaia studying in the emissary, just saying. I mean, that's fair, Nora. Nora, that's absolutely fair about his parents. See, King, I accidentally manifested Astra as the 6th LI. It's cool. Okay, when we get to Dawnbreaker, you've got a few more thoughts? Love it. All right, let us go to the next spot. So we've got Chapter 2, Blind Spot. Let's see what else we learn here. After receiving assistance credentials for my investigation, I head to the Northern Ring Road that's located in the downtown area. A detective lifts the barricade tape and approaches me. After we shake hands, he leads me to the crime scene.
Thanks for coming out when there's all this snow.
I'd like to say the same thing to everyone else who's here. I set up the precision scanner I brought on the ground and turn it on. Once the scan is complete, the data will be uploaded to the cloud that the association can access. Then a detailed report will be generated for police use.
Perfect. We've received some of the restored surveillance footage, so we can take a look at it. The surveillance equipment was damaged by the cold, though. I'm afraid the video quality won't be great.
I thought Lincoln City's outdoor surveillance systems were designed to withstand low temperatures.
The temperature dropped far below the equipment's tolerance threshold. It's safe to say the damage wasn't caused by natural means.
In the low-quality footage the detective hands me, I managed to spot an unsettling figure lurking in the darkness. The creature's form is distorted. Weapons that look like hooked tendrils grow from its body, compared to the ones I've encountered before. They seem to have grown significantly stronger. What about Dawnbreaker? Did you catch them on camera? The detective shakes his head.
They managed to avoid being captured by the surveillance system. Meticulous and efficient, I'd say.
As I approach the damaged guardrail by the road, my hunter's watch immediately starts blaring an alarm. The initial metaflux readings are extremely high. The alterum is already similar to a wanderer's.
So that's it then. We should deal with these Alterum before they completely degenerate into wanderers. Perhaps this so-called serial killer is actually a hero.
The detective gives me a contemplative look.
However, from a hunter's perspective, do you see the Alterum as humans? Or are they monsters that need to be destroyed like wanderers?
Okay, chat, here's the moral question of the chapter. Are the Alterums still human? Are they monsters? Or do we think, as always, it's a little more complex than we'd like to think? From what we understand with Dawnbreaker, he believes once the change starts, you're SOL. You're shit out of luck. There's no reversion, there's no cure. You're dead in the water, you're done. That is the energy. Zombie rules apply. Charter. It's complex, but they're still human, according to Kara. So I'm hearing it depends. We are firmly the it depends camp, is what I'm seeing. So that is what I will choose. The line between humans and monsters depends on whether they've lost control. Once someone loses control, they become a monster capable of hurting others. It doesn't matter how prestigious their status might be.
What a thought-provoking answer.
The sharp wail of an ambulance siren cuts through the wind and snow. It grows louder as it approaches. We both look up, our gazes following it.
Wanderers? Alterum? Deep space tunnel? Sometimes I think about the kind of fantastical world I'm living in.
Well, the detective has gotten borderline meta with us.
If a disaster even worse than the Chrono Rift catastrophe arrives, how much could humanity really do?
So the authorities are covering this up and classifying it as an accident. They must be trying to prevent the public from becoming even more panicked. He nods before shaking his head.
The Alterum will cause panic, not the murderer.
Seeing my confusion, he smiles.
A blood-stained murderer is more relatable than these abominations, yay or nay?
Maybe I'm overthinking it, but something about this detective seems off. In any case, the association will provide the police with a formal energy analysis report. I should get going now. On my way home, I open the forum post that Tara sent me a few minutes ago. It's about Dawnbreaker. Let's expose the truth about the mysterious killer who only appears in snowy dawns. Dawnbreaker. Has anyone else noticed that the Alterum in Lincoln City have been slowly disappearing these past few days? That's because a mysterious killer has appeared in Lincoln City, the Dawnbreaker. They appear between dawn and sunrise, vanishing without a trace at daybreak, hunting Alterum ahead of the police. Inside scoop, 100% legit information, but don't ask me which insider. I can't say more. Comments. Missing you in Lincoln. No way this is real. My uncle works as a dispatcher at the Hunters Center, and he's never mentioned anything like this. Escape from Earth at night. At Missing You in Lincoln. The last 10 people who claim to have insider uncles already got cease and desist letters. Want to be the next in line? Ooh, we're getting sassy in chat. Dawn Shift Ender. Those Alterum things are just way too terrifying. Getting rid of them quickly is definitely for the best. 4-day worker to be. 4-day worker to be. Yeah, 4-day worker to be. I can read. I'm good. Y'all, we're fine. Lol, fake. OP's probably just some writer hired by the site for clicks. Dawnbreaker. The Alterum and Dawnbreaker. These names sound like links in a food chain destined to exist in a perpetual cycle of predator and prey. Those monsters. Come to think of it, I'm not so different from them. Will there come a day when others will try to erase my existence? As this crosses my mind again, I find myself strangely at peace. What was that? I hear a strange noise behind me. When I turn around, I notice foot. No. Paw prints on the ground. What kind of animal left these? A squirrel, maybe? Or a stray dog? Confused, I stand there. But then a white blur darts past in my periphery. My scarf suddenly tightens around my neck before vanishing. When I come to my senses, all that's left in the snow is a chaotic trail of footprints. The white blur has already vanished into the darkness around the street corner. My scarf! Happy Tuesday, Levi. Wow, I am losing it. Levi, happy Tuesday. I'm trying to read too many things at once. In the rundown, gloomy alleyway, only scattered spots of light call upon the snow-covered ground. A dead end, it took my scarf too. Where did it go? Snow falls silently. My surroundings are so quiet that even the sound of breathing seems jarring.
Are you going to drag me back to the cocoon? I won't return! Wait. You're Dawnbreaker. Just kill me already!
Dawnbreaker? My heart races as I hold my breath and silently move forward. As soon as I turn the corner, I raise my gun at the shadowy figure. You? In the dim lighting, several objects coldly flash from the figure's palm. They're ice shards, and they've pinned the teenager's sleeve and pant legs to the wall. Black crystals cover the teenager's left arm and neck, but he's different from the test subjects I encountered in Skyhaven. The realization hits me. He's an Alterum.
I said you could kill me, not torture.
I suggest you stay quiet.
That voice. I freeze upon hearing a familiar voice and move my finger away from the trigger. In that split second, a sharp ice shard cuts through the air. Dawnbreaker, like the Grim Reaper, turns to face me with cold indifference. He meets my eyes. Zayne? The white creature that vanished into the snowy night suddenly appears from out of nowhere. Why are you going so fast, Inful? There is literally no reason to start speeding up this. Holy crap. Where was I when it started going nuts? Let's back up a little bit. I freeze upon hearing a familiar voice and move my finger away from the trigger. In that split second, a sharp ice shard cuts through the air. It barely misses my cheek. Dawnbreaker, like the Grim Reaper, turns to face me. With cold indifference, he meets my gaze. Zayne? The white creature that had vanished in the snowy night suddenly appears from out of nowhere. It jumps onto Zayne. Seriously, it got so fast there at the end. Kara, MC, honey, people have already tried to get rid of you. Are you not paying attention? They need to slow down the text crawl. They really do. Like, even when I'm not reading aloud and it's just me reading to myself, there are moments where the text will just go by so fast and you don't know. You're like, wait, I was trying to read that. It's the one thing where I'm like, Infold, honey, you can slow it down a little bit. This is a visual novel, not a movie. It's fine. You're gonna be okay, I promise. Here we go. Chapter 3, Hypothermia. Let us get back into the tension. Taking advantage of Zayne being momentarily distracted, the teenager breaks free from his restraints and pulls out a knife from his waist. With desperate, wild eyes, he lunges at him. But his wrist is caught and twisted again. The cracking of a dislocated bone echoes through the alleyway.
What exactly is this cocoon you speak of?
Why do you need to know so much?
As if the word cocoon was burned into his nerves, the teenager suddenly jerks away. He clutches his crystallized left arm as he frantically runs to hide behind me. Spotting my gun, he forcibly grabs my hand and turns it.
If you're not going to kill me, then let me go. Stay back!
A flicker of surprise appears in Zayne's eyes, but that moment of uncertainty quickly fades, and his usual coldness returns. Zayne, why are you here? Zayne, who should be away on a business trip, is in a remote alleyway in the middle of the night with an Alterum teenager. He was addressed as Dawnbreaker, too. Something isn't right. Questions pile up one after another in my mind as I assess the situation. I slowly try to free my hand from the teenager's grip.
You
haven't gotten to the point where death is necessary.
Zayne and I speak almost at the same time. I'm once again taken aback by the coldness in his voice.
But after tonight, that might change. The crystals will erode your body. Your skin will be split open, and your bones will be ground to dust. When it reaches your neck, you'll lose your voice. No one will hear you scream.
Okay, honey, that got a little frickin' dark. The person I've met before is the same one standing before me, yet this version of Zayne feels like a stranger. His voice is cold, his gaze is cold, even his breath is the epitome of coldness. Something seems to trigger a memory in the teenager. His voice trembles as his body curls like a bow being drawn back. He buries his face into his knees.
You're right. They all died like that, after emerging from their cocoons.
Cocoons?
I want to live. But if I'm going to turn into a monster, what's the point?
Okay, Charter, that just won the internet. It's okay, baby. You can be honest about your hobbies. My other boyfriends are a crime lord and a military dictator. I can work with apocalyptic vigilante. Charter, I love you. Oh, the Snow, the Crow, and the Holy Step Bro have entered the chat.
Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
Zayne remains silent, and he lowers his gaze as ice crystals silently form in his palm. Is he really going to do this?
A dignified death doesn't exist. Thinking you're in control of the situation by choosing to die, you're only comforting yourself with a lie. Did you escape just so you could die like a dog?
Can I just say that I really love how offended he sounds on behalf of the teen. On the one hand, he's like, dude, when this reaches your neck, you're gonna lose your voice, you're gonna be a total monster, and it's like, off with your head. But on the other hand, how dare you roll over and just accept fate? Like, Zayne, baby, you've got some conflicting messaging. It's a teenager. You need to be a little bit more explicit and less ambiguous. What do you want from the boy? Like, boy's traumatized. I'm gonna need you to rein that in a little bit. But also, can we just talk about this delivery for a moment? I mean, just let's listen to this line again.
Did you escape just so you could die like a dog?
Oh, it's right up there with Caleb going after the old master. That tone, just, yes. Can we get a Secret Times with this kind of delivery? I need angry Zayne. I need disappointed Zayne. I need Daddy to be a little mad and scold me. Yes. So good. Just so good. Anyway, back on focus.
Don't lecture me with that nonsense!
Kara. The teenager straightens up and lunges at me again, his hands trembling uncontrollably, yet he grips my gun with all his strength, refusing to let go.
You're a hunter. A hunter's gun can kill a monster like me, right? Pull the trigger already!
Do we shoot or we not knew that? And I firmly believe right now, this version of MC, at least my interpretation of it. Let me get my hard eyes off because that's a little creepy right now. I'm about to shoot a kid. Hard eyes! Like, no. Let's get back into the serious face. My interpretation of MC at this point in juncture is a little bit more in the she's still figuring it out kind of face. I don't think she would shoot. Not right now. Maybe later when more information is on deck and she has a better grip and understanding about the Ultram, what's happening, what the limits are. At this moment, she sees a kid who is still very much present in his mind, traumatized, but present in his mind. So I personally don't think MC would shoot right now. So that's the decision I am going forward with, as an FYI to everybody. You can't be serious. With a flick of my wrist, I toss the hunter firearm away and kick it out of reach. The teenager desperately lunges for the firearm, but Zayne catches him by the waist and pins him against the wall. Zayne, you could have slowed him down with ice. I'm the one you pinned to a wall. But also, upper body strength. Love a man who can pick me up. Right, Frost? Like, I wish that was me. A little jealous. Don't go picking up the teenager. You can freeze him. Pick me up. Put me against a wall. Also, hi, Koso. Stay calm. Focus on my breathing. Exhale, inhale. You're trembling. I know you don't really want to die, so stop saying it. After several seconds pass, the teenager finally comes to his senses. He nods as if emerging from a trance. I steal a glance at Zayne. His expression is completely serene and unmoved. It's as if he's an aloof observer standing at the crossroads between life and death. Well, MC, you're not wrong. I move closer to Zayne, firmly hold his hand in place, and give the teenager a gentle smile. You heard what he said, right? He said you can't die yet. He's the best cardiac surgeon in the city. If he says there's hope for you, then you can be optimistic about the future.
He's a doctor?
I know he might not look the part right now, but he really is the best in his field. Just don't misunderstand his intentions. You need to go. Now. The teenager freezes for a moment. As soon as Zayne shifts his foot ever so slightly, the teenager spins around and runs away. Oh, that was a disappointed exhale. Late into the night, the streets gradually darken. The light reflected off the snow makes streetlights appear soft and dim. After watching the teenager leave, I turn back to look at Zayne, who feels like a stranger. The small animal of an unknown breed stubbornly refuses to let go of his coat. I just realized that he did that entire scene with an animal just riding on his coat. Oh, not even Dawnbreaker can get out of the Disney princess allegations. Oh, the animal familiars for the win. It whimpers as he pushes it to the ground again. Now that it's just the two of us and this dog? Anyway, you can tell me what's going on, right? Did your business trip end early, or did Axo Hospital call you back for an emergency? While I'm still asking questions, Zayne bends down to pick up the snow-covered scarf. Then he stares at me as if he's trying to confirm something.
Is this yours?
Huh? If I remember correctly, this is the scarf you picked out 3 days ago.
Oh, then it's mine.
As soon as he says this, Zayne walks right past me. Where are you going? You don't know me? I think I'm gonna go with, I've done this both ways. I know, Dawnbreaker, honey, we need to have a little chat. I think I'm gonna go with you don't know me. Why are you suddenly acting like you don't know me?
Should I know you?
Oh, there it is. He's pinching his nose, everybody. He's pinching his nose. I know, you just want to smush his little face. It's like, Dawnbreaker, honey, Zayne, baby. I need you to get it together.
If there's nothing else, I'll get going now.
Excuse you? But your home isn't there.
I know.
He stops in the snow and gives me a cold glance over his shoulder. His voice is devoid of any emotion.
The subway station is this way.
On the empty street, our footsteps crunch in the soft snow. With his tall stature and long legs, Zayne strides quickly and widens the distance between us. I have no idea where he's heading or why he's acting like he forgot who I am. All I can do is quicken my pace to catch up to him. Zayne, answer me. I step in front of him to block his path. A mix of frustration and disbelief makes my chest tighten.
What's the matter?
That's my line. Has your evil gone out of control again? The puppy whose species I don't recognize catches up to us. Its gaze flits between him and me.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
He sounds so pouty. No, I'm perfectly fine. Zayne casually brushes me aside and continues walking.
Hey, I think a couple is breaking up in the middle of the street.
The puppy quickly shakes the snow off its body, gives me a sympathetic look, and then runs after Zayne, who's already walking away. The two figures soon become dots in the snowy night. Whether it's because of frustration or anger, I stubbornly walk away without looking back, but after a few steps, I feel like something is wrong. Wait, the direction Zayne's heading in. My heart races as I quickly follow the footprints in the snow. Zayne lies unconscious on the ground, his brow tightly knitted as if darkness is dragging him down into its depths. Zayne? I crouch and shake his shoulders, but he doesn't respond no matter what I do. I can't just leave him like this. I try to help Zayne up. As my fingers brush against his neck, I feel a layer of frost. It's unnaturally black. Could this be related to his nightmares again? A heavy sense of foreboding weighs on my mind, but getting him out of here comes first. I struggle to support Zayne's weight as I drag him along one step at a time. Why was he talking about taking the subway? This path actually leads to my apartment complex. Well, we have a little bit of a dilemma here. Dawnbreaker, I'm fine. I don't know you. She literally responds, "That's the scarf you gave me," and he goes, "Oh, then it's mine," and walks away. Like, that's not how that works. That's not what she said. Do you not want to let go of the scarf? Is that what's going on? Like, Zayne, baby, we need to talk. But can we talk about the character growth for a second here? Because she's asking genuine follow-up questions. Like, she's not letting the situation go. And I am so proud of MC for that. She has come a long way from the girl in the beginning of the story, way back in the first arc, under Deepspace, where she was like, I'm just not gonna ask follow-up questions. We're just not gonna talk about it. It's fine. So, you know, we've continued to get some character growth for her on asking follow-up questions. For the love of God, ask the follow-up question. But I also think it's interesting how they point out right now that he actually has a layer of black ice on him. And I'm curious about if they're trying to imply something about the possession of Zayne. Is it that Zayne is being possessed by Dawnbreaker that we see in the alternate reality? Or is this the Dawnbreaker persona being manifested via the suppression of Zayne through, say, Astra? I.e., is the black ice Dawnbreaker's ice, Zayne's ice, or Astra's ice? Is it Astra's power, that divine emissary, the punishment thing? Like, is this how Zayne becomes Dawnbreaker in the alternate reality? Was this kind of what happened? Or was Dawnbreaker always Dawnbreaker in the alternative reality that Zayne dreams of all the time? Like, I don't know yet in the story that we've read so far if it's that Zayne has been possessed, or if this is more of an origin story of how the persona of Dawnbreaker comes to be in this world. Because we have that question of, yes, when our Zayne goes to sleep, he dreams of this alternative world where Dawnbreaker exists. That's a thing. But is it that he's dreaming of an alternative world, and that person has now come over? Or is this how this world follows the path of Dawnbreaker's world? So is this like the origin moment for this reality's Dawnbreaker? That's what I'm trying to figure out narratively at this moment. And as always, I overthink everything, so... Love to hear your thoughts in the chat if you think it's like, is this an origin for this world's Dawnbreaker, or is this a straight up possession? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yes, like could this be Astra's power through Dawnbreaker? Like, is Astra being like, all right, I'm gonna force this out of you, and he takes over in a way via the Dawnbreaker persona, or has Dawnbreaker did the crash for some reason jar Zayne enough, or cause some sort of instance? Maybe there's metaflux involved, because you had the Wanderer, the Ultram, chasing the mother and child. Between the crash and the metaflux, did it cause our Zayne and Dawnbreaker to like switch sides? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Charter, you feel like this is his fated side taking over? That makes sense. Again, with the Astra as punishing, that could be an absolute viable way this is happening. Dawnbreaker also dreams about Zayne. Yes, it's like they have this sleep connection. And so I'm curious if this was a moment of serendipity where metaflux equals car crash equals some sort of like isekai anime moment where we have two people cross over and exchange worlds. So like Dawnbreaker comes over here, Zayne goes over there. Or is this moment where metaflux, car crash, Ultram over there, and it is Zayne's divine duty to deal with it, that Astra's like, cool, I'm gonna take this moment in the weakness of your defense, because you're vulnerable right now, to assert my divine authority, and I'm gonna just kind of take over you for a minute. And so the Dawnbreaker persona is here, the emissary, to do the emissary's job, essentially. I can argue myself in either direction, but I've always, this part of the arc has always left me a little curious. Between the line between full avatar of divine versus vessel, and is this a bait and switch with Dawnbreaker, or is this Astra forcing the persona onto him via punishment? So many questions. I have so many questions and theories. They just percolate in my head. Chapter 4, In the Dream. With his weight pressing against my shoulder, even a usually That's a typo, y'all. That's even N. It's an even and unusually short walk home feels endless. I was like, wait, does my grammar eyes deceive me? That is a typo. Zayne and I practically collapse onto the bed together. The snow from our coats scatter on the floor. The little white animal anxiously bounces back and forth on the sofa. I pick it up and gently shake Zayne. Oh, I have to touch him. His eyes remain closed. A streak of black silently emerges from his sleeve and creeps along his veins until it reaches the back of his hand. The black ice that appeared on his neck has already spread to this area. I need to wake him up from this dream. I reach out toward the side of Zayne's neck and gather my power. Almost instantly, I sense the chaotic, surging power raging through Zayne's body. Thank you, King, for the reminder to drink. Like a force that's been suppressed for eons and is now finally breaking free, a bone-chilling cold surges forth. It makes my entire body shudder. The power within his body is unstable. That's why he's lost consciousness. At that moment, Zayne's eyes snap open and he grabs my wrist.
What are you trying to do?
He grabs my hand and pins it. Encased in ice, my wrist is already stuck to the wall once I realize what's happening. I take several deep breaths to compose myself. I'm trying to help you treat the black ice. When did it start appearing?
While I was dreaming.
He lets go of my wrist and the ice crystals dissolve with it. I guess there's no point in asking. To my surprise, the black frost didn't disappear after our resonance. It stubbornly remains on his body. Nevertheless, Zayne appears much better than before. Right, Frost? Boy, you are in my house. You will put respect in your tone. Grumpy Dawnbreaker. Exactly, Kame. He's just a little grumpy. He doesn't like being woken up. Just gotta pinch his cheeks. Remembering how cold he felt, I take out a thermometer to check Zayne's temperature.
Extremely low temperature detected. To protect the device and extend its service life, the system will be automatically turned off in 1 minute.
Oh, no! The reason for the extremely low temperature isn't concerned and tries to prop himself up. Seeing this, I pull out an old-fashioned infrared thermometer and aim it at him. Freeze! I press the sensor against his forehead and playfully pull the trigger.
You're being childish.
As expected, he doesn't move. Beep! Lost in thought, I stare at the screen showing his abnormally low temperature. No wonder all the surveillance cameras at the crime scene were damaged by extreme cold. Even though I'm not sure if it'll help, I take out 2 fever pills and hand them to Zayne along with a glass of warm water.
That's medicine.
Yes.
It's bitter. I'm not consuming it.
Oh my god, Dawnbreaker! He's so pouty like a child. It's bitter. I don't want to take my medicine. Swear to God, I would get my ass frozen to a wall because I'd just be squishing his cheeks. Aw, big bad Dawnbreaker. So intimidating. The little murder floof. You're a doctor. You, of all people, can't complain about bitter medicine. For what must be the first time in his life, Zayne's face shows an expression that can only be described as, okay, and? Not knowing how to help him recover, I head to the kitchen and make fresh carrot juice. I doubt it'll do anything, though. We're good. I absolutely make him drink it because I'm a bitch. Also, he snapped at me in my own home. He deserves it. Drink this instead. It's your favorite.
You know my preferences that well?
Zayne seems genuinely thirsty. He takes the glass, hesitates for a moment, then chugs it in one go. Well, do you want to give a more detailed review this time? He meets my gaze as the entire glass of carrot juice turns into a solid column of ice in his hands.
It's awful.
I see your hatred for carrots is written in your DNA. As the night deepens, the hustle and bustle outside my window gradually fades into silence. I gather every blanket and quilt in the house to stack on top of Zayne. Then I crank my heater up.
I'm not cold. I've already told you this. Take these blankets away.
Why don't you take them off yourself?
I don't have the strength.
Then don't move. He purses his lips only to furrow his brow a moment later.
You've been fussing over me for a while now. Is it for a particular reason?
Boop, you're important. You're important to me. Uncertainty flickers in his gaze.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want him to see my expression, so I turned away. The real reason is simple, actually. When he falls silent, I push away my chaotic thoughts and turn his cold face towards mine. Dawnbreaker, you're very famous. So don't you dare run away or disobey me, or else I'll...
You'll what?
He asks softly. His chin is still tilted up by my hand as his gaze falls to meet mine. I'll make sure you won't live to see tomorrow's dawn! She's such a dork. I yank the blanket up to block his voice and gaze in the darkness.
What you described is not the first time this happened to Zayne. I witnessed it once when he was doing research with me at Mount Eternal. He became a complete stranger overnight, and no one knew what happened to him.
I figured this wasn't the first time Zayne had been in this state. Dr. Noah's words only confirmed my suspicions. How did he recover from it?
That's something only he knows.
Over the phone, Dr. Noah sounds just as troubled as me.
Back then, he ventured deep into Mount Eternal by himself, as if he had something to do there. When we saw him the next day, he had returned to his usual self, the one we all knew. I guess whatever he needed to do was done.
Mount Eternal. That place seems to be hiding a burden that Zayne has never been willing to speak about. But my intuition tells me that whatever changed in Zayne must have happened before the Mount Eternal incident. Those black ice crystals, seemingly out of reach, they linger somewhere in the depths of my memories. When I open the door again, I find a ball of white fur sitting by the bed. It's wagging its tail at me. Come here. Speaking of furry creatures, come on. You can do it. You're fine. Come on. Hi, Pee-Pee. There we go. Binks has entered the chat, y'all. When did you sneak in? Oh, come here. As I get closer, I notice the creature is contained within a semi-transparent dome made from the ice evol. It restricts its movements. I don't even need to ask who did this. Zayne really doesn't show mercy, huh? The puppy-like animal lets out what sounds like a bark of agreement. I reach out to dispel the evil ice barrier. Then I sit down with the creature in my arms. Now closer to Zayne, I can see his eyelashes trembling in his deep sleep. They're like the wings of a weary bird that's finally resting at home. I don't know what you're dreaming about, but I hope they're sweet dreams. Good night, Zayne. In the stillness of the night, only the white creature notices a faint sound. A subtle energy seems to be flowing. The white animal's ears twitch as it looks up at Zayne and the girl's joined hands. The cold, corrosive sensation gradually fades. A warmth surges through Zayne's cold fingertips like water traveling through a leaf's veins. For this soul that's been trapped in nightmares for so long, the unmelting black ice covering his body finally recedes bit by bit. Oh, Dawnbreaker. Ow, 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 ow. Excuse me, I have to put my cat down. Binksy baby, I love you. There we go. Mama loves you, honey, but... Here. On behalf of chat, I shall give you a treat. Whoop. Here we go. Here you go. Pardon me, folks. I have to offer some treats to the tiny cat god that rules my house. Here we go. One more. There you go. Those treats are from chat. Oh. Yeah. Okay. It might be, Kara, it might be a fragment of memory from Foreseer. I can see that. And now the tiny cat god is looking up at me like, I deserve more treats. You got 3, you're good. Ugh. Okay. Part 5, Beyond the Snow.
The investigation into the Alterum and the unidentified suspect is still ongoing. We urge all citizens to remain vigilant, avoid spreading rumors, and exercise caution when traveling alone at night.
It's already the next morning when I wake up. Groggy, I prop myself up and press my temples to clear my mind. Beside me, Zayne is still asleep. It's a rare sight at this hour. I know! MC holding Zayne's hand while they were sleeping is so cute! I lean closer and slowly become aware of his steady breathing. I watch as it slightly stirs the fabric across his chest. Binks would like to think he is the divine beast from the Master of Fate, but sadly he is merely my spoiled brat of a cat that I adore, beyond all things. Yeah, after that you trouble. This is payback for making me haul you home through the heavy snow. Poke. And that's for freezing my hand to the wall. Oh, his little sleepy sounds. Oh my god, his little sleepy sounds. Just so sleepy and cute. Holding back my laughter, I give Zayne's nose a gentle pinch. It really hurt when you froze my wrist, so I'll pinch your nose for that.
Is messing around with people while they sleep a habit of yours?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, their voices when they just wake up. They're dangerous, y'all. They're really dangerous. Just, sorry, I'm a little flustered. I'm just like, oh, yes. I feel his warm breath on the top of my head. My breath hitches as I meet his slightly wary gaze. Hi, Luigi. Welcome to the stream. Zayne? The morning light filters through the curtains and falls onto his tousled hair. Looking into those eyes, I can tell that familiar Zayne has returned.
Yes.
Joy wells up inside me as I wave my hand in front of his face. Are you finally awake from your nightmare? He nods, and as he stretches his neck, I see the black ice on his body has completely disappeared. You're actually back to normal!
You could phrase that differently.
I mean, I could, but if it will keep you scolding me in that vocal tone, I won't. Before he can say more, I embrace him. He doesn't pull away and gently wraps his arms around my waist. Congratulations! I'm the first person you saw when you woke up.
Yesterday, when I was in that nightmarish state, did I trouble you?
Seriously, this man's eyes are just ridiculously stunning. This is unfair. If I had to wake up to that face every morning, I wouldn't make it, y'all. I would not make it. You were kind of cute. You were a little childish. I'm feeling cute. I mean, he was both. Let's get real. He was cute and he was childish. But he was cute. Maybe a little, but you were kind of cute. Especially when I pinned you under the blanket.
You could only see the blanket. How was that cute?
Seeing that cold and willful side of Zayne, even for one night, reminded me of when we barely knew each other. I feel at ease as everything falls into place. A moment passes, and I look into his eyes again. How much do you remember about yesterday? Zayne rubs his temples and sits up.
It's a little hazy, but I remember most of it.
Including how you froze my electronic devices and hand to the wall? And how you even told me to not be nosy? He glances away for a moment before his gaze calmly returns to me.
I also remember how you stacked blankets on me and did a test with carrot juice.
We were gonna pay for that carrot juice, y'all.
They became more
Yes!
frequent after I returned from Chansha City.
Absolutely. Zayne is daddy and Dawnbreaker is brat. Oh, yes. 100%. 100%. Zaddy and a brat. Oh, yes.
And in those dreams, I always forget who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. The me in my dreams, however, has his own mission to complete.
He presses his lips into a thin line and looks at me. The guilt he feels is clear. For some reason, the scene from last night flashes through my mind again. It stirs up emotions I can't quite name. Well, there's no more black ice on your neck and hands. Your palms are warm too. It's safe to say that you've passed the physical examination. I mean, I don't know about you, Ms. I don't feel like MC honey, I don't feel like this is I don't feel like the physical examination has been completed. I think we need to be a little bit more thorough. There was things happened yesterday, and I think it's in the best interest of Zayne and us if we make sure that we cover all our bases, which is why I vote that Zayne should strip right now. We need to be utterly certain everything's okay. For health and safety. Health and safety, everybody. We should thoroughly examine. We need to perform physical follow-up questions for the lore, for the, just for the, for the truth. I'm just saying. It was rough. We need to make sure there's not any bruises or cuts or, things. We need to touch him. Is just, I think that's best. Welcome back to reality, Zayne. I open my arms and wait for him to initiate the hug this time. We are absolutely helping. Look at the little smile on his face. Zayne hesitates before leaning down. Then he wraps his arms around me. His warm breath brushes against my neck.
Good morning.
Oh, that was lethal. Jesus. No, see, I can't. If I wake up to that face and that voice saying good morning, oh, we gotta go do that line again, y'all. Like, just listen to this. Listen to this.
Good morning.
That's fatal. That's damage. Like, I'm not getting out of bed. I'm not letting him get out of bed. I'm just saying. Like, just,
Good morning.
Oh, that's a text tone. Just, Before taking Zayne home, he accompanies me to the association. I'm going to update them on my progress in the Alterum investigation. Dawnbreaker vanished overnight. Some people on the forums joked that he had been broken by the dawn. Broken by the dawn. The police investigation has hit a dead end, and the relentless snowfall is still the biggest obstacle for gathering evidence at the crime scene. While waiting for Zayne to finish shopping, I sit in the car and look at today's news.
Ever, which announced the Fountain of Atay initiative, has revealed the first phase of the project, the Val Sanatorium. According to several reports, Val Sanatorium is using medical pods called rebirth cocoons to treat patients with protocore syndrome.
So for those of us who pay attention to media, in terms of stories and written stories, movies, TV, all that stuff, I think we can all agree that anytime the word sanatorium enters the chat, nothing good happens at all. Sanatoriums, not a good place. Not a good place. Not a good thing. Rebirth cocoons? My mind quickly latches onto this word. I heard this term yesterday.
You're right. They all died like that, after emerging from their cocoons. Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
But Nikki, you were gone just long enough. The cocoons the Alterum mention must be these rebirth cocoons. Sensing my troubled thoughts, the white creature pushes his fluffy self from the back seat to settle on my lap. Are you trying to comfort me? Thank you. When Zayne woke up, I asked about the animal. He said it belonged to some distant relatives. As for why he got lost, stole my scarf, and refuses to leave Zayne's side, Zayne says he's not sure. So, what kind of creature are you? I decide to take out my phone and use its image recognition feature. As the screen refreshes, it shows a majestic Bazé, the divine beast of antiquity, knows all beneath heaven and earth. I'm sorry, what? With trembling hands, I cup his face. My gaze travels from his clear eyes to the tiny horns protruding like fresh sprouts near his ears. As I struggle to find the right words, Zayne returns to the car. He has a bag of chocolates and dog food. Since you brought dog food, why don't you keep him? After all, your robot vacuum is the only other living thing in your house. Shouldn't it have a friend?
That won't be necessary. My robot vacuum has its own social life.
Oh, do tell. Through the windshield, the warm glow of our headlights cuts through the heavy snow gloom. A figure is looking around while standing near Zayne's house. It's a young boy in plain clothes. He's holding books in his arms. As soon as we get out of the car, the boy's face lights up with excitement and anticipation. He spreads his arms wide. Forgotten, the books fall to the ground.
Emissary!
That boy is such a hot mess. Chapter 6, The Emissary. He's so adorable. The unfamiliar teenager rushes towards Zayne, who's standing behind me. The mysterious little creature, wagging its tail, runs over as well. Soon enough, all three of them are tangled in a group hug.
Let go of me.
Seriously, take a shot every time Zayne pinches his nose bridge. I'm just saying. The teenager steps back. Then he excitedly scoops up the small animal.
So that's where you went, Shuchi. Why didn't you tell me?
Watching this harmonious scene between human and animal, I'm touched. But then I quickly become confused. Whose kid is this? What did he just call you? Hold on, what did he just call you? Is he role-playing as your servant or your son in a fantasy setting? That's where you went with this, MC? That's where you went with this? Emissary, are you role-playing? Honey, the connections your minds make, MC, it is just flawless.
Don't jump to conclusions. He's the son of a distant relative, and he loves sci-fi movies and cartoons. I suppose his latest hobby is running away from home.
That cover story was delivered so smoothly, it's frightening. I know, MC, is the call coming from inside the house? I think it's calling. It's absolutely coming from inside the house. But now that I'm looking at him, this kid reminds me of... I study the boy's round face, his straight posture, and those mature eyes sparkling with excitement. Come to think of it, there's really is a teeny tiny resemblance. Hey! Before I can finish my sentence, Zayne swiftly taps his knuckle against the top of my head.
You should channel your brain power into writing a research paper instead.
That's mean. I'm just teasing you. I know you didn't look like this when you were young. I lean down to get a better look at the boy. He has delicate features and appears to be around 11 or 12 years old. Because is it ever really a story if there isn't some mystical child-looking creature involved? Do you live in Lincoln too?
Well, you could say that. I live in the Fractal Library.
Excuse me?
In a nearby residential area.
That was the most daddy voice I have ever, like...
Excuse me?
You done fucked up, son. That was dad voice if I ever heard it. Oh, that was so good. Carrot, you are really out to turn Zayne and MC into Usagi and Mao. Shubai is Chibiusa. He's their child from the future. Oh my god. The Fractal Library? I've never heard of it before. Is it a new building? Knowing he's related to Zayne, I find myself adopting a gentler, friendlier tone. Is this little guy your pet? What breed? Actually, what kind of animal is it?
He's just a regular pet dog. He's not special. Go on, Shuchi. Bark. That's not the correct sound. Okay, now shake.
The small creature glances at me, then at Zayne. He swallows his pride and places his paw in the boy's palm. Shoot. Hold on, everybody. A delivery just hit my front door. Quick, dance party in the chat. Throw down your favorite emoji. Go. Holy shit, King! Thank you so much! Jesus Christ! But also, mindful of your budget, child. Remember what you and I spoke about the other day. Oh my god. Yes, no more cafe. There is a budget, King. Oh my goodness. Dance party! Okay. Package acquired. We are safe. I am back under a blanket. Y'all, we have a storm warning right now where I am, and it is absolutely raging outside. Naturally, Binks, being the creature that he is like, I want to go outside and play in the storm. And I'm like, baby, you are a spoiled indoor princess and won't last 2 seconds outside. Give up the dream. But he's stubborn, so he will not be giving up that dream anytime soon. All right, let us continue. Gonna take a little hit of water here. Thank you, K-Ditch. Here we go. Zayne stands by the wall with his arms crossed. When he sees my skeptical look, he looks away. The boy's face relaxes with relief as his expression shifts to one that says, I told you so. Can you speak? Maybe I'm the one losing my mind here. Seemingly unable to watch any longer, Zayne waves his phone.
I just got a text from his parents. They're going to pick him up.
Already? Can't you stay for a while longer?
I was actually planning to stay for a while.
Zayne's sharp gaze sweeps over the boy. I might be imagining things, but the child and the dog freeze. Metaphorically speaking, y'all.
Right. I wanted to say hello. Uncle Zayne will send me home.
It's cold, so you should head inside. I'll see him off.
In the dim daylight, Zayne watches the girl wave goodbye. She's out of sight once she closes the door behind her. The boy catches a snowflake in his palm and silently watches it melt.
Why did you come here?
Hearing the scrutiny in Zayne's voice, the boy's expression shifts to match in severity.
7 years ago, you promised to take up the position at the Fractal Library. I traveled here because I'm asking you to fulfill that promise. You were selected as the emissary of the Divine. Astra ordained it, and your nightmare is the greatest proof of this.
Zayne speaks before the boy can say more.
I also said that I had my own choices to make and more important matters to attend to back then.
The boy's expression grows serene, and his voice carries a maturity unlike the one from a few seconds ago.
Was becoming that version of yourself in the nightmare also a choice? People think they're making choices most of the time, yet they're unaware that all these options lead to one inevitable outcome. Fate falls upon us like this snow. It is silent and inevitable. And you too are destined to become...
He trails off, and the only sound that can be heard is nothing more than a barely audible sigh.
Since you haven't made up your mind, there's no point in me staying here any longer. But...
I almost wish when they wanted to shift his persona from this childlike to something more severe and older, I almost wish the vocal performance had shifted as well, and we get a more adult voice out of him. Like the voice that we're hearing now is more of the affect of the persona, as opposed to what his voice actually is. I just wish there was more of a vocal shift. Yeah, no, we all know that Shubai isn't actually a kid, hence why I was saying that I wish the vocal performance had more of a differential between normal Shubai and this child persona he's utilizing to hide behind in some ways. The maturity and composure vanish as the boy's voice shifts back to a childlike tone.
I left the Excessus bracelet you made for me at the library. Can you make me another one, please?
After a resigned sigh, an ice bracelet materializes around the boy's wrist.
Thank you, emissary. I'll take my leave now. In any case, you're welcome to find me at the Fractal Library in Lincoln City. I'll be sure to visit you again as well.
I feel like, Nikki, that Zayne knows how to make that bracelet from the last time. Like, Shubai had to explain it to him, so he still remembers how to do it. And also, I think it's more about a sign of his power. Like, the library recognizes the power of the emissary, and that's what lets Shubai in and out. So that's really all the quote-unquote bracelet is. Oh yeah, Kara, he's totally dad-coded in this entire moment. The boy slightly raises his hand, and his fingertips touch the air as a geometric shape gradually unfolds. He bows before stepping into the door woven from countless folded dimensions.
The emissary is a liar. I counted every single day for 7 years.
As if drawn to his accusation, the wind and snow seem to follow through the vanishing door. They're silent. The snow ceases, and Zayne remembers the first time he entered the Fractal Library. Even though it's called a library, its exterior was remarkably ordinary. It was a building nestled in a quiet corner of Lincoln City's silent streets. The young boy begged him again and again, so he pushed open the slightly weathered wooden door. There was neither bookshelves nor defined boundaries. Instead, an endless garden with intertwining paths appeared before him. And a library that seemed to belong to another world stood at the point where those paths converged. As soon as Zayne stepped into the backlight, he raised his head and saw countless bookshelves. They reached toward a tower's summit where sunlight poured in. The library's shelves were endless. They were like stairs that led to another dimension. Then, a young person approached them and claimed that Zayne and the young boy were the administrators of this place. In addition, Zayne was destined to become the Fractal Library's owner. The young person told him that the Fractal Library, which stood at the intersection of dimensions, didn't really exist in any galaxy. It didn't belong to any civilization either. And each book in the library contained the fate of a world. Zayne wondered if his own fate was among them. Perhaps his nightmares were hidden within a page of these large volumes from the moment he pushed open the door. On the night he returned home from the library, Zayne had a different dream. In that unfamiliar world, he wore robes as he walked in a very tall tower. He was leafing through an ancient tome. Between its pages lay a jasmine petal from a spring day, and that spring day belonged to a timeline that he had erased with his own hands. It would forever remain unknown to anyone. And that would be your Master of Fate illusion, everybody. Yes, Foreseer, but also Master of Fate. That timeline that he erased with his own hands, I believe is the timeline in the Master of Fate universe, where he separates from her as a way to hide her from Astra and the Fate. I think he erased the timeline. At least that's what I'm interpreting that to be. It could absolutely be the Foreseer timeline, but I mean, he is the Foreseer in that memory. I think the erased timeline is the Master of Fate timeline. But you and I will debate that, Nikki, darling, when they rerun Master of Fate again. Or when we get to Master of Fate on Voidside, because we'll do all the myths once we finish off the main story. We'll do all the myths. Chapter 7, Shoulder to Shoulder. Master of Fate is one of Zayne's other myths. So when God of Annihilation dropped, I'll be right with you, Zayne. Just stand there and be pretty for mama. When God of Annihilation dropped, it tied Master of Fate and Foreseer all together in one cohesive continuum. So, in Master of Fate, and we'll definitely do that myth on Voidside. The separation at the end is Zayne's choosing. He essentially I don't want to fully spoil it, but he makes a decision at the end that of course leads to the separation between him and MC, but as a means to like protect her from Astra. So he He didn't erase a myth. He erased, I think he hid the time, he removed the timeline. He did something to the timeline so Astra couldn't find her and that she could live out the rest of her life in that timeline. Yes, thank you, Nikki. He shields it. So I think that comment in that dream is referring specifically to that particular timeline, to the Master of Fate timeline, where he deliberately altered something and shielded a timeline away. But there are always Jasmines. There are Jasmines everywhere in every myth that he does. Somehow, some way, there is a form of a Jasmine. Yes, there is the tree, but she is always represented by Jasmines, or like the smell of Jasmines, or like Jasmines are always there. As I said, when we play Master of Fate, we can like fully debate it. And we'll see where we go with it. Welcome back, Laquan. So Zayne has awoken from his Dawnbreaker-like state. Shubai has shown up and was like, hey, you made a deal 7 years ago. Time to go to the Fractal Library. And Zayne was like, shush your mouth. I got stuff to do. You can go home. And is pretending like he doesn't know what's going on. And MC is like, sir, I saw that and I have questions. That's where we're at. I know you have many thoughts and theories, and we can totally do a big old discussion about it once you actually have played Master of Fate. Anyway, moving on. Back to the story, y'all. Just as Zayne enters the house, I finish roasting the tangerines he bought. When I glance out the window, I realize the snow has finally stopped. You watched Foreseer, not Master of Fate, Nikki. Did your relative leave already? He must have a strict family.
Yes. He needs to go home and write his reflection paper.
His reflection paper. There's distant quality to Zayne's voice. I sit down beside him and hold out one of the roasted tangerines. The weather's perfect for roasted tangerines. Try it. He stares at me for a long time before finally eating a piece of the tangerine.
You don't want to know what happened during the past few days when I disappeared?
If the explanation is going to be filled with medical jargon, then no. As for the rest, Zayne will tell me when he wants to, and if he doesn't want to, that's his choice. He can't help but smile at my deliberate emphasis on those last words. He takes the half-peeled tangerine from my hands. Soon after, a warm orange slice is brought to my lips.
I said goodbye 3 days ago because I had accepted Carter's invitation.
Well, that was your first mistake.
I'll be joining the Fountain of Otame research project.
Okay. Huh? Seeing me choke and cough several times, Zayne raises his hand to pat my back.
It's ultimately an excuse. Something unexpected happened, and the nightmare arrived before I could carry out my plans. Lately, Oxo Hospital has received a large influx of unusual cases involving Protocore syndrome patients. Some died shortly after hospitalization. Others transformed within a month and became
an Alterum. Zayne nods.
All these patients had recovered at Val Sanatorium after entering a medical pod called the Rebirth Cocoon.
Val Sanatorium, according to the news report this morning, is the first phase of the Fountain of Otame. Again, Anytime a sanatorium enters the chat, bad things are going to go down. Which is really important, shouldn't it? Because mental health care is really important. But sanatoriums, no go.
Carter told me that Ever will soon hold a press conference to demonstrate the Rebirth Cocoon's effectiveness to the public.
Wouldn't that mean more unsuspecting Protocore Syndrome patients will go to Val Sanatorium?
We can't let them do as they please. I want to stop Ever's plans, not just for the Protocore Syndrome patients.
Zayne trails off as he lowers his gaze.
I want to make amends for a mistake. One that should have been corrected years ago. Yet it still haunts me to this day.
I realize that for Zayne, this carries a greater, more painful significance.
I know I disappeared without a word before, but...
Yes, Zayne's nickname for me is Darling. Moving on.
Will you come with me this time?
Asking me like that isn't fair. I know he helped me so many times before, and I'd agree to any request he makes. It's just... I still need a reason. Now that he's finally revealing everything to me, I won't let him have his way so easily. Right, Kay? Zayne is such a darling man. Like, he would totally say darling. What's in it for me? The whereabouts of the Aether Core, dirt on Ever, or more leads about the biometric key? I know he's asking for us to come along. Oh, my love, definitely. Zayne would absolutely say my love. He also strikes me as a sweetheart. He would absolutely use the words, he'd absolutely use sweetheart. Probably when he's scolding you, if I'm being honest. A few sweet words aren't enough to make me risk my life with you. I need a more convincing reason. I need a more tempting reason. Well, this is Mama Void, so I'm gonna need a tempting reason. I tap his chest. Do you have anything else that might interest me?
I want you to come with me.
Damn it. Zayne is so unfair. How do you say no to that face and that tone? Like, sold. Oh, where did my panties go? Like, damn it, Zayne. Off we go. He grabs my wrist and gently moves his hand to press my fingers into his palm.
And I selfishly believe that if I asked you, you'd do it.
Ooh, there's a little bit of the Dom coming out. Dazed, I see something flicker out of the corner of my eye. A fluffy white tail. Zayne and I turn around at the same time. Shichi, aren't you supposed to be with your owner? Or listen to him. Crouched near the robot vacuum, Shichi whimpers. Those clear, innocent round eyes look at me first, then at Zayne.
You're staying here to watch the house.
I know, he totally ruined the kiss moment. Let me kiss my man. If it isn't Rafayel cock-blocking me while I'm trying to pull Sylus, it's Shichi getting in between me and Zayne when we kiss. Like, it's just not... Cock blockers, all of them. In the white testing facility, a row of circular medical pods lines the room. Surrounded by soft silvery light, they float in the air. Their translucent walls gleam with tranquility. Exquisite and graceful like meticulously crafted crystallises, they pulse and contract with the rhythm of beating hearts. At any moment, it seems their contents might break free and soar towards the sky. We can absolutely talk about the symbolism of Shichi and by Zay on the podcast recording tonight. Last chapter, y'all. White Sepulchre. Oh no, I already went into the chapter. Too late. After driving west on the highway, I will take that void snack. I will battle after this chapter. After driving west on the highway for 2 hours, patches of green vegetation finally appear amidst the desolate landscape. Looking through the window, I can see the distinct, distant dome of Val Sanatorium loom in the morning mist. After yesterday's events, we decided to tour the sanatorium as visitors to investigate. The Fountain of Atay, the Rebirth Cocoon, the press conference, none of these can be tackled in a single move. However, we can assess the situation first before planning our next move. Are we almost there? I feed the last cookie to Zayne as he drives. He nods and takes a moment to gather his thoughts before speaking.
There are things I need to tell you. The technology used in the Rebirth Cocoon is from a research project Carter and I worked on when we were in medical school. Back then, I began researching the application of protocores in implantable devices under Dr. Noah's guidance. It was also something I was interested in personally. At first, the research progressed smoothly. Yet when we started doing experiments... We need to stop researching this. The protocore energy has completely corroded the heart. Our experiment failed.
But the heart started beating again. It just grew some black crystals, that's all.
Yeah, it only just grew some black crystals. It's fine. Fucking Carter.
Did you know? The lab mouse we performed a protocore implant surgery on transformed into a wanderer and devoured its fellow test subjects. Zayne, our experiment wasn't a failure. We succeeded!
That depends on what the desired outcome of the experiment was, and clearly, Carter, your outcome desire was absolutely different from Zayne's. Also, hi, Iris!
We've discovered humanity's next evolutionary form! We definitely need to visit that barbecue place near the campus tonight to celebrate.
The experiment didn't lead to new life. It turned people into wanderers, minions of a protocore. It was a Pandora's box that should have remained sealed.
Oh, I'm certain he was absolutely traumatized by that mouse, Frost. Like, seriously, fuck Carter.
I destroyed all the related research data that day. I hope to keep this truth buried forever.
But Carter didn't see it that way, huh?
No. He named it Exhart and took it to Xander Sciences. It was later implemented in the Rebirth cocoon, which is the first step in the Fountain of Otame.
After finishing his story, Zayne falls silent. However, his grip on the steering wheel indicates he's still caught in his memories. This is the mistake he wanted to make amends for. Carter is Sam Altman. Kara, are you okay? Are you back? You having a little technical difficulty? Kara, did Zayne break your phone? Oh my god. I used to think about how if we had gone to the same university, I would have dragged you out to have fun every single day. We'd watch the flowers bloom in the spring, enjoy summer rain, collect autumn leaves, have snowball fights in winter. But based on what I heard, you must have been too busy to do any of that with me.
Not at all. In our lab, we always said it's best to take a 4-hour break while data is being collected. Then we can see the results after. So during those times, I would have been available at least.
Come on.
I was joking. If you were there, I would have always made time for you.
The car turns into a newly paved road, passes a sign that reads Val Sanatorium, and comes to a stop in the parking lot.
I'm not familiar with the sanatorium's interior layout. If you encounter any danger during this visit, remember not to go in alone.
Don't worry, I'm a professional. While I speak, I catch a glimpse of something. Carter, who's here to receive us, wears a casual white business suit. Only a navy blue butterfly pin adorns his collar. Oh, I forgot about the blue butterfly. Hold on. I need to write that down. I need to check something. Sorry. Making notes on symbolism. Because I'm a nerd.
Have you been waiting long, Zayne?
No, we just got here.
Carter leans down toward the car window. Upon seeing me, his eyes crinkle and his smile widens.
When Zayne called about needing 2 visitor passes, I had a feeling you'd be accompanying him.
Did you, Carter? Did you? Keep this up and we're gonna lock you in Ever's basement. I compose myself, smiling politely. I step out of the car, but just as I'm about to speak...
Let's skip the pleasantries and head inside.
Following Carter, we enter the long corridor that connects the parking lot to the sanatorium's lobby. My gaze falls on the emblem at the entrance. Under the curved shape are the following: Eternity vanquishes Evolution Restraint Group. Without a doubt, this is Ever's logo. Carter activates the scanner, and a white light immediately sweeps over Zayne and me. A cheerful, electronic female voice speaks.
Visitor identification verified. Zayne. I am Telomere, the AI management system of Val Sanatorium. Welcome to our facility. We hope you have a good day here at the sanatorium.
I swear to God, all I hear in my head right now is... This was a triumph. We do what we must because we can. Like, it's just so class coded, I swear to God. The doors slide open and we enter the first floor lobby of Val Sanatorium. Pristine white surrounds us. The ceiling is unadorned. Its white surface seamlessly integrated with the recessed lighting system along its edges. Beneath our feet, a gentle light bathes the white marble floor and illuminates every corner of the lobby. This place seems...
bright yet oppressive.
Yes. Pristine, silent, and unchanging. It's as if time itself stands still within these walls. In this environment, Zayne and I stand out like two stains on an otherwise white canvas. A few doctors in white lab coats pass us by. Although they were quietly discussing patient medical conditions, they nodded in Carter's direction.
Since Zayne personally asked me for visitor clearance, I should give you two a proper tour.
Side by side, we follow Carter as he leads us to the reception desk in the center of the lobby.
I see the Fountain of Ate finally caught your interest. All those phone calls over the past month weren't in vain. But I'm curious, what made you change your mind?
Carter stops in his tracks by the reception desk. He turns around, his signature smile returning with narrowed eyes.
You kept talking about humanity's future. I wanted to see if it would actually come to pass.
Wow, Nikki, that got a little explicit and specific. In the chat? Shove your fist down Carter's throat until you can tie his fucking esophagus into a knot and pull it back out. That is a very direct fantasy, honey, and that's fine. It's Carter. I'm sorry that you've had a really bad day. You can absolutely take it out on Carter. He's an ass.
Besides, nobody knows X-Heart better than me.
Shadow, what do you want me to make into a haiku? Nikki's explicit rage? Make a Carter murder haiku. I have to think about it for a sec. Hold on. Must pause. Carter murder haiku. Let's see. How would I kill Carter? That is an excellent question, though. It'll be very cathartic. There are a lot of ways we could kill Carter. We do not like Carter. I don't know if I can follow up the vivid imagery of Nikki. Hers is so damn good. Let's see. If I were... hate his slimy smile. I have to count out the syllables on my hand. I'm like, wait, do we count that as 2 syllables or 3? I need a 7-syllable. Locked away in his cocoon. Poetic justice. There we go. In that, I would absolutely kill Carter by putting him in a rebirth cocoon. I would kill him with his own creation. Make him suffer the way he's made others suffer. I'm a big fan of poetic justice. Carter's eye twitches after a long silence. He suddenly erupts into a fit of laughter and shatters the lobby's tranquility.
Good.
Though I do believe that we should give a shout out to Carter's VA, because the VA is doing a great job at making you hate this man. Like, he does smarmy, pretentious, arrogant ass really well.
You've convinced me. Everyone deserves a second chance at redemption. Remember, Zayne, I gave you this chance. And what about you, Miss Hunter?
When I receive this question, I deliver my carefully prepared response. Since Zayne is joining the research project, I wanted to see what it's all about. Carter tilts his head. His gaze flits between Zayne and me before settling on Zayne. The amusement in his eyes is obvious.
I see. Even the strongest relationships need a solid foundation. I'll make sure you get a good position here.
He turns around and shakes the brochure stand next to him. The neatly arranged brochures scatter in disarray, and he pulls out 2 copies with a smile. He gives them to us.
The only downside to this place is that it's too by the book. But I guess that doesn't really affect you, Zayne.
Wow. Gotta love that passive aggressiveness. It's about complicated medical cases. The thin booklet methodically categorizes various diseases that conventional medicine has yet to cure. It's like a university department, and the facility's patients are eager students with a thirst for knowledge. A commotion breaks out in the distance. I look up. It's a group of elegantly dressed visitors being led into the lobby by a receptionist. They're being guided upstairs for a tour. On the staircase leading to the 2nd floor, several patients in white hospital gowns are walking down the steps. I expected to see many high-profile figures in this place, but even then, I never thought I'd see her. Karen, who's 43 years old, is a war correspondent. She won numerous prestigious journalism awards. She spent years reporting from the front lines, faced countless life-threatening situations, and has earned a large amount of respect in society. A year ago, she was attacked by a wanderer, got protocore syndrome, and rarely appeared in public since then. I've met her a few times at Axo Hospital. I heard she was also one of Zayne's patients.
Dr. Zayne, it's been a while.
Noticing us, she comes over to say hello. Zayne acknowledges her with a slight nod.
Ms. Karen?
Someone of her caliber choosing Ever. That's probably the best endorsement they could ask for.
I heard that when she left Axo Hospital, she had less than 2 months to live. Her daughter had just learned to say mama when you handed her a death sentence. How cruel.
Dr. Carter, the patient in room A504.
Carter gestures for us to wait a moment. Then he takes a few steps to discuss something with the man at the front desk. Noticing my silence, Zayne stops in his tracks.
What are you thinking about?
It's nothing. I just realized that Ever seems to have a knack for exploiting human vulnerability by any means necessary. How else could they gather people from different backgrounds and beliefs and make them devoted to a single cause?
The key to obedience isn't promising heaven, it's using hell as a threat.
There he is.
After all, everyone fears illness and death.
Footsteps accompanied by a familiar voice approach from behind. I turn.
We meet again, Miss Hunter. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Benedict, the director of Val Sanatorium.
You? From what I remember, he had another identity. I met him at a place where an Alterum died. You're the detective who spoke to me that day.
I'm honored you remembered me, Miss Hunter.
He smiles, not with the embarrassment of someone whose identity has been exposed, but with the composure of a performer waiting for the audience's reaction to a grand reveal. Alarm bells ring in my mind, but he quickly shifts his placid gaze to Zayne.
It's been a while, Dr. Zayne. Welcome aboard.
And there we have it. The end of Cosmic Speck. Carter and Benedict are on deck. I already knew that was coming. So that's 2 redeemed Nikki's Revenges for me to battle off auto. There will be the 3rd. I wonder whose daddy's favorite children are in the chat. No, yours is there, darling. Don't think I forgot about your redemption of Nikki's Revenge. Don't worry, dearest. But it seems your children also support you as well. So, before I flip over to battle, and there's charter for the 3rd, we now have all 4 battles on deck. But Kay still loves me and offers me a drink before I enter into this hell. So, we've got the setup. We've got Benedict, we've got Carter, we've got Ever. So we've got our unholy trinity on deck. I would like to talk about the story first. You can wait, Miss Nikki, huh? Have some patience. So we're setting up for the next chapter. We've got basically all this juicy information just at our fingertips. We've got some symbolism, which I will have to go read up on to remind myself a bit. With butterflies and cocoons. We've also got the personal rivalry between Carter and Zayne on deck. Our Death and Rebirth arc next week is going to be an explosive finale, definitely, where we see all of that come together. I will battle, as has been requested. Let me just switch my screen really quick. Voidside Chat battle. Boop. And we have a graveyard next week, y'all. I don't think I'm emotionally ready for the graveyard next week. I'm really not. I barely survived the graveyard the first time this shit dropped. The second time is legitimately probably just gonna make me sob the whole way through again. I honestly, Charter, do believe with Carter's VA, the description must have included, must be able to smarm. I really do. And I want to highlight again as a reminder that VAs and characters are two different people. So while we extremely dislike Carter, we love the VA because the VA is doing an amazing job, and I want to give a shout out to them on playing our antagonist for this arc. Also, Benedict's VA is doing an excellent job. Just the right level of placid arrogance and the assumption of I know more than everybody in the room, and I'm like, bitch, Zayne is here, and Zayne is about to fucking end you. I love a good fall from grace. I love watching arrogant people get their hubris handed to them. Shadow Honey, there is a graveyard, and it is a bit rough. Though Nikki is absolutely correct in that the hardest part of the graveyard is that we had to wait for the next arc of To Our Yesteryear to come out. So we were basically stuck in that graveyard for a while. Jasmine's were like, I would really like to get out of the graveyard if it's okay with all of you. And Info was like, no, you can hang out there until the next main story update. The Jasmines suffered. They really did. All right, so with Nikki's Revenge, the rules are simple for all of you watching. For those new to this, I am an auto battle girly. I do not possess the skills of Nikki. Nikki is our resident battle queen on Love and Deepspace. So there was an exchange on channel rewards for Twitch. In that, on Nikki's Twitch channel, I get to have auto battle trauma, which makes Nikki battle on auto and makes her cry. And on my channel, we have Nikki's Revenge, which means I don't get to battle on auto. I have to actually do this. And I'm not that good. So let's all watch me suffer, shall we? And since you can absolutely see the chat, you can see when Nikki critiques me. It'll be great.
The battlefield is ever changing.
Sorry to cut you off, Zayne.
Watch where it's going.
I'm aware. Oh, we're a sword. Okay.
Make sure to dodge the attack.
Appreciate you,
Offense.
It's Dr. Zayne.
Fall back.
Zayne.
Stay safe. Don't get distracted. It's your turn.
No problem.
Keep your distance, or else you'll get hurt.
I'll show you.
Make sure to dodge the attack.
Do I know how to use this
No.
companion? Absolutely not. I'm just hitting random buttons.
Dr. Zayne.
Fall back. Let's go.
Okay.
It is weak. Now's our chance.
My turn.
Victory is within reach.
I'll show you.
It recovered. Be careful. Seize this chance.
Occasionally, I do know how to pull
Keep
off
your
a
distance.
perfect
Let's go.
dodge.
Okay.
Oh my god. One more bar left. Please go away.
It's dangerous. Come back. Keep your tempo.
Eat this.
Please go away.
It is. Let's go.
Okay.
It is weak. Now's our chance. Let's call it a day.
I'll give it a taste of our strength.
Bam!
A hard-earned victory.
This is what a battlefield is like.
Yeah, win in 90 seconds. No. I think my auto battle did better than I did, but that's okay. Yeah, see, my auto battle got 3 stars. Now we get to move on to the rest. Auto equip. Oh dear God, no. Caleb, honey, yes, but also no. Now is not your time. It is not time for you. This is a Zayne chapter. Here, since we're on angst, let me just go throw Foreseer down. It's cool. Boop, boop. Boop! Let's have a little drunken intimacy. Why not? Look at it. But I do have to flip you over to a God Annihilation because my protocores are set for God of Annihilation by Nikki and not Foreseer. So, shiny! Don't worry, darling. I was
no
just
calamity shall enter this world.
Shadow, darling. I was not actually going to fight Foreseer. There we are.
Witness divine retribution.
No sin shall be forgiven.
To act against the natural order.
Comes at a price. I'm okay.
So
Let's take it down first. We've protected this world once more.
We're unstoppable.
I need them to live long enough so we can see the animations of his ardent oath. We're still good. We're still good. Proceed. And now, thanks to Nikki, I know that the callouts when they're talking actually mean something.
No calamity shall enter this world.
We're just having a good time, y'all. We're just having a chat.
Make sure to dodge the attack. Witness divine retribution.
No sin shall be forgiven.
None. None shall be forgiven.
I'll show you.
A cornered beast still fights. Be careful. We won.
But
we crushed
really
them.
Matter. All right, last battle. Boop. Boop. Am I still good? I'm still good. Oh, thank God. Last one. I feel so proud of myself, but I know that these are low-level enemies. Like, if you saw me in
no
actual
calamity
trials
shall
doing
enter
this,
this
it would be painful. It'd be so painful. No! Baby's dead!
That will help me forge my sword.
It's unworthy. Witness divine retribution.
No sin.
We won.
We crushed them.
That hurt. I didn't want to kill Bambi's dad. Yeah, needless to say, Nikki's got my protocores set really well for God of Annihilation. Hee. Boop. And look, it's our honey. Here, let's come down from the angst with something really sweet. Let's have some sweetness.
What do you want to show me? Something really good. This is one of your tricks again. I didn't say I wouldn't look. Now that I'm closer, I can see it clearly. It's nice.
He's so cute. Like, how do you not? Look, see, everything's okay, everybody.
You are checking my pulse for me, Doctor. You should read the hospital's code of conduct.
No, because I just violated. It's fine. Let's see. And I just got this one. I'm so proud.
Did you just make half of a cat's head? Now it's one whole cat.
That's a heart,
A
son.
kitten nuzzled my fingers. Retaliating wouldn't be over the top, right?
Oh my god. Oh, that was so cute. That is so freaking adorable. Oh. And look, wait, here's the tragedy. Here's the tragedy, y'all. You ready? Let's add just a hair of
Are you
tragedy.
bored? I have something that can help.
Oh, look at Jasmine.
It seems you can
Petal,
entertain
thanks.
yourself for a
That's
while now.
cool. Not the Jasmine one. You're like, oh, it's a pretty flower, and then you play Zayne's myths, and you're like, God damn it, Infold, why? Why did you turn that into a tragedy? It's supposed to be a happy interaction. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that, Infold?
Why is
Oh,
it cold?
Neko!
Are you trying to cool me down? I don't think it's working.
Oh. Oh my god. It's our Zanekins. We love our Zany. So yes. Next week we shall finish off Death and Rebirth with Snow Fades at Dawn. So that has 11 chapters that we will be getting through. And then from there, we will be moving to our yesteryear. So we will be getting our Xavier and our Rafayel on. So for all my Xavier and Rafayel girlies, soon, your time is soon. But until then, the Jasmines are in full control. And we will be getting our angst on. But in general, I'm curious before we close out this stream. Nikki, you are the problem. You are the drama. It's fine. Before we close out this stream, I'm curious, and I'd love to see in the chat, your thoughts thus far. How many of you have actually played the full Death and Rebirth arc before, and how many of you are actually seeing it for the first time? I'm curious. Yes, I know, the world underneath. I'm behind on the world underneath. I got several things I need to read that I just haven't gotten behind. But Fractal Library Q&A is a good one to read, by the way. I know I've left some diamonds behind. I have to get some. Shadow, darling, this is your first time and you are expecting trauma around every corner. The trauma really starts next week. That's when we start getting the lore drop, we learn a bit more about Zayne's past, especially with Carter, the research. It has some major implications for Dawnbreaker. And then, of course, the angst between Zayne and MC, the graveyard scene. So next week kind of really carries all the the emotional weight. They do a really good job, I think, in Cosmic Speck of setting up the 4th chapter really well. Which I found very interesting because it feels like Zayne's arc needed more prologue, you could say. With Sylus's arc in Death and Rebirth, you're there. Like, we're here. We are in it to win it. We're going to the N109 zone, and we brokered the deal with Sylus, and we just kind of roll and go. There's no real true kind of build up. And then we resolve and we kind of slide on. And then we hit Zayne and we start seeing this kind of ramp up with Dawnbreaker, Ever, and some of the stuff that's going on there. So it's interesting because there is a lot of, while it is Zayne's plot in terms of his timeline, because separate timelines, y'all, I feel like the story, Zayne's story, and some of the things that he is dealing with really have also impacts, and not just because Ever is involved, but it feels like to me there are implications and impacts for everybody, for everybody's timelines, essentially, is my thought. So even though it feels like we're spending more time with Zayne, I still think that some of the lore that we're learning about in Zayne's storyline has repercussions and implications for the other boys as well. By the way, I'm throwing the link to the Discord in both the YouTube and the Twitch chats for our Discord server. For anybody who is still percolating on thoughts but has other things to say, feel free to come join our Discord, by the way. We do a lot of theory crafting, and we are a rather supportive community. So if you're looking for a wholesome place to come hang out away from stress and chat with some pretty cool people, feel free to pop on over to our Discord. We're cute, we're a little unhinged, but we're very supportive. I like our server anyway. We don't really, our major rule for our server is very simple. Don't be a dick. We're, Nikki and I are too old to put up with bullshit and drama, so we can come on over, hang out, be cool to everybody. You don't have to agree with what everybody's saying, but you got to be at least respectful about it. It's where we're at. So feel free to come theory craft with us and just gush over your favorite boy over at our Discord. In general, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for the day. Quick final admin as always. One, thank you all for being here. As always, I've really appreciated your time and hanging out and your comments, and to my lurkers as well, thank you for vibing. Coming up on deck this week, outside of Love and Deepspace, we've got Nikki's stream tomorrow afternoon at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Nikki will be, usually it's a cozy stream, but I think, Nikki, did you decide you wanted to continue Claire, or are we doing kitty cards? Either way, it's cozy chaos, whether it's going to be kitty cards and crane games, or, kitty cards? Okay, it is definitely going to be kitty cards and crane games, and battle, by the way. If you have any battle questions, feel free to hit up Nikki tomorrow on her Wednesday night stream. She can help you with protocors and companions. Also, if you're interested in insider industry lore, the Nikki lore is piping hot tea, so feel free to poke her about that. Thursday, I will be doing my Void Snack stream, and the latest snack for the Void on Thursday will be Layers of Fear. It's going to be my first time playing it. I'm super excited. It's been really fun, like, hopping into the horror mystery genre for the first time and getting to experience all these games. Speaking of Void Snack, thank you, Frost. I'll take a sip of water. So we'll be starting Layers of Fear on Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And then on Saturday is, of course, my lovely Midnight Masochism stream at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. And we are in Raccoon City with Daddy Leon and Best Girl, Betty the Axe. We get through life with Betty. Bless Betty. Also, tonight, Nikki and I will be recording the next podcast episode, so be sure to look for that on Thursday. We hope you will enjoy whatever chaos Nikki and I come up with. I have a feeling we are going to, I know, I had a chainsaw for half a second in the grass station and then it broke again. I prefer chainsaws in zombie apocalypses. I've discovered this about myself. But yes, so Thursday episode, I have no idea what it's going to be about. I have a feeling we're going to do a lot of Zayne lore discussion, as well as probably discuss a bit about Sylus's birthday event and the memory. But I can feel Nikki's Zayne brain just percolating through the internet. So we will see what happens. If you haven't checked out our most recent podcast episode, I highly suggest you do so. Nikki does an amazing industry breakdown. We also made some clips from it. So if that's like if you need a TLDR, I made a couple of clips about the industry analysis. So those might be a bit more accessible for you. They're more around the 9-minute mark, 14 minutes, somewhere in between there. So be sure to check out those clips and the podcast episode. Other than that, I think we are solid. Nikki, did I miss any admin? Other than, as always, by the way, thank you for all the new subs. Oh, yes, Sunday. Sunday, y'all, Nikki has added a new stream Sunday nights, and it's specifically targeted to help anybody who needs sleep help, in that she's going to be reading, and Nikki has a very lovely reading voice, by the way. She's currently reading Paradise Lost, so if you'd like to listen to Nikki's dulcet tones as she reads you epic poetry while falling asleep, highly suggested. She knocked a good chunk of her viewers out to sleep, especially King. King went down hard, which was great. But also, if you just want to do chores while listening to us, we're always here to body double for you. I did too. I legitimately passed out for a while during that stream. It was great. But then again, I'm used to you putting me to sleep. You've been doing it for years. But yeah, so what was I saying before I was remembering the stream? Oh, the new subscribers. Y'all, there has been new subscribers to the Love and Deepspace channel, and I just wanted to say thank you so much to our new subscribers. And there's been new subscribers to my solo channel. Holy shit, thank you so much for that as well. So thanks for deciding that, you know, our crazy is your kind of crazy, and joining us on this absolutely wacky little content creation journey that Nikki and I are on. We hope to see you on future streams. We hope to see you in the comments on the videos. And until then, I will see you next time. This is Mama Void signing out. Bye all.